actually see. The sun is in front of the tree. Look, you can see it. It's really close. Unfortunately, that is actually what some people will believe. Let's see if we can get the brightness adjusted and try to lock it, but that's more what it looks like. It is actually behind the tree. It looks awesome. It's a much deeper orange glow than what the camera is showing. Unfortunately, the camera has its own mind when it comes to what colour it wants to show me. It's a really pretty sunset because there's so much smoke in the sky. It is quite easy to look at to the naked eye. It's actually, can't do it justice. It's much brighter physically, visually to the eye than the surrounding pink sky. It looks like a big orange globe, glowing orb, and the sky is actually very dim. But the camera shows the sky much more orange. I wonder if I adjust this again. Sort of looks more like that, but not that much. See if we can get a... Nah, cameras are just stupid. It's bloody cool. Another sunset. And as you can probably tell, every evening now, the sun is moving further and further south. Like it wasn't that long ago, it was setting straight through those trees there, which is pretty much due west. So it's already gone X amount of degrees to the south. And come Christmas time, it actually goes that far south, you can't see it, it will be over behind there. But anyway, it's a lovely sunset this evening. When you think about how long it takes to actually set, like we've been watching for 2.5 minutes now, it's clearly not the rotation of the Earth. If it was, then the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour behind me towards the east. It would just put us into instant darkness. When you think about it, my view to the horizon there may be things in the far distance that could be as much as 50 kilometres away. Bloody cat. That on a map is nothing. It's a tiny, tiny blip. As you zoom out, some of the biggest cities in the world, they become a pixel by the time you see the size of the state. That's to put into perspective how fast it should seem to set at this time of day. If we're moving 1,000 miles per hour, it should be gone in like almost a... Well, obviously that's not the sun moving, but if we were moving, that's how fast we'd be moving. We'd see a shadow being cast up now from behind the horizon, blacking out the sky. It's blue. It's blue over there. Zoom back out a bit. It's the natural colours go. That's the normal colour at the moment, daylight colours. Up there we've got slightly more than a quarter moon. I think it was quarter yesterday or maybe the day before, which does mean half. How good the camera can zoom in on that at this time of day, probably a bit better than usual. Not too bad, not too bad. 10 times zoom. Obviously the lit side facing the sun. But those people who silly enough to believe otherwise. The cat is growing big. I'm feeding it too much. Loves this time of day to go for a bit of a pre-evening schizo. It's probably why they call it sundowners, eh? When people go the most senile. This is when a cat goes wild. She's actually a really good cat most of the time. This time of day she goes nuts. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll go back cooking dinner. Bye.